tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. Now you already know how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV, right? Uh, Time and energy is the highest forms of currency, my G, at all times. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency at all times, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing the money, getting to that moolah, getting to that guap, getting to that paper, but always keep in front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy is the highest forms of currency. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now you already see where I'm at, baby. Crossing state lines at all times. We crossing state lines at all times. And you know, we up pretty early, man, getting to this bag, getting to this money, getting to this moolah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, you already know, I'm at the big house. I'm in Florida, palm trees and beautiful weather. But right now I'm up north, you know, and riding through New York City, riding through New Jersey, headed to Connecticut. You understand what I'm saying? And I said, you know what, let me go live, man. Let me tap in with the people. Let me give some morning motivation. You know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be at all times. Now, regardless of how you like it, we all in this matrix. What's that, Grown Man Business TV? When you say the matrix, what you mean? Well, I'm talking about this system. I'm talking about this matrix. I'm talking about this paradox that we all locked into. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, and there's no way around it. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what level of the playing field that you on. You know, everybody paying taxes to Uncle Sam. Everybody is in this matrix. So don't ever let Instagram, don't ever let social media, don't ever let these content creators confuse you. Don't ever let them confuse you with the smoke and mirrors to make you think that something that they doing is better. You understand? If you're making a certain amount of money, then you paying a certain amount of taxes, and you got to do it within the time frame. You got to do it within the matrix. You know, that's kind of what I wanted to tap into with this. It's the matrix. Doesn't matter how you doing your thing or what you doing. When it come to doing your thing, we all doing it within the matrix. You feel what I'm saying? So just keep that in the front of your mental Rolodex when you get up and go and get your bread. Now me right now, I'm in the 18-wheeler, baby. This how I get to the bag. This how I get to the money. This how I get to the moolah. You feel what I'm saying? We driving big trucks, and we in traffic right now. NYC traffic is the worst. New York City traffic is the worst. And you know, just tapping into the matrix real fast is gonna segue me into the real topic at hand, and that's the immigrant crisis. You know, the immigration crisis is crazy, and riding through New York City, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You see immigrants on the street corners. You see immigrants trying to wash your window shields. Immigrants everywhere, everywhere. And what people got it confused is thinking y'all gonna come to this country, come within this matrix. You understand what I'm saying? And think that the handouts is gonna help you. Yeah. They done gave the immigrants some money. They handling business, but until you get into this matrix full on, it's not gonna work. The immigrant problem up here is outrageous. This is my first time seeing it with my own eyes, actually coming through the city. And you know, you gotta understand something, man. It's deep, it's wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. You scratching the surface. You got to scratch the surface, man. You know, it's disgusting work, man. The way it's looking out here right now in New York City. New York City is in shambles, my G. Now me, I'm just riding through. It's a bag in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? On my way to CT. I'm gonna grab that bag and I'm gonna try to get out of NYC and the tri-state area as fast as possible. Because it's just terrible work. But the way they playing with all these people is like all these randoms out here is just it's not a good look, my G. It's not a good look. And salute to everybody that's up early, getting to a bag, getting to the paper. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like. Oh, I can't show y'all. Oh, it's sweet. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I'm show y'all what it's looking like. See how it's looking? yeah, man, it's disgusting work out here from what I can see. You know, um, I wanted to segue into that as well. Just everybody stay down, bunker down, use some discipline this year, really home in, and everything's gonna work out in our favor. Because it don't matter how many people you bring over here, it don't matter how many people you fly over here, it doesn't matter. All you doing is adding more people to the homeless situation. All you really doing is destroying the area, because it's not enough paper to have all these all these illegal immigrants coming in and flying in and busting in. It's just terrible. So now, instead of having one dude at the light asking for change, you got 20 people at the light asking for change, and ain't nobody giving the change out. Again, the American dream is basically coming over here and getting into the matrix. That's the part they leave out. They leave out the matrix when they sell this whole American dream concept. They leave out the matrix. Oh, we got an American dream that you can come over here and you can get money and you can supply and support your family, but before you supply and support your family, you got to get inside this matrix. And how are you going to be able to get into the matrix? You understand? How are you going to be able to get work? How are you going to be able to get job if you're not even over here legally? So that's where they got tricked out of position at. That's where the majority of these asylum seekers got tricked out of position at. They thought they was gonna come over here and they thought they was just gonna be able to start making money and providing for their family, and that ain't how it worked. That ain't how the game work, homie. And again, I'm normally down south, palm trees, beautiful weather, but right now I'm up north. It's snow on the ground. It's pretty cold outside, and you just see people everywhere. You see the whole crisis right in front of your eyes, and it just lets you know, like, yo, it's a bad move, man. It's a bad move, not only for the economy, but more for the actual immigrants, more for the actual people that came over here trying to find a better life. It's not what it's made out to be, homie. You are now within the matrix, and it's a dirty game, baby. It's disgusting work, if you ask me. You understand what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody that been tapped into the, to the live streams and tapped into the shorts. I've been getting a lot of DMs regarding Usher Raymond and my commentary on the situation with Alicia Keys, and I got a lot of people in the DMs that agree to disagree and X, Y, and Z. But I want to ask y'all, you got to know something, man. Somebody is going to take offense. Usher is now a married man, and I'm gonna just say this, Usher, you need to cut that out of your routine, homie. Cut that out your routine, man. You understand? Because somebody, if somebody do something to Usher, you won't be wrong for putting your hands on him, if you ask me. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. You know what I'm saying? That time is over, Usher. So salute to everybody that's tapped in to the content. Hold on, guys. Salute to everybody that's tapped into the content. Salute to everybody that's locked into the shorts. The channel is growing organically. We only going up. We gonna have serious conversations, and we gonna have fun too. And the Usher Raymond situation was just it was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? I had to speak on that because I would have had to touch Usher up. I would have touched him up, you know what I'm saying? I would have played it cool like Swizzy did and everything, but my response would have been different. It would have said, Grown Man Business has just been released on bond, and then I would have made a response and said, it is what you got to know something, man. Ask yourself why Beyonce doesn't perform with Sean Paul anymore. Sean Paul and Beyonce had a song called I can't think of the name of the song, but it was an amazing song. It's a classic song for my generation. And in this particular song with Sean Paul and Beyonce, in this particular song, Beyonce and Sean Paul would grind on each other. fulfill their fantasies. That's the, I can't think of the name of the song, but they would grind on each other. They would have a good old time performing. And Jay-Z doesn't let Beyonce perform Baby Boy. That's the name of the song. I guess, right? And you got to ask yourself, why haven't we ever seen her perform that song on tour? We haven't seen her perform that song at the Grammys, at the MTV Awards. We loved that song back in the day. It's because, Sean Paul used to get his feel on when they used to do that song. He used to get his grind on. Sean Paul used to rub all up on, and Jay-Z wasn't having that. Jay-Z wasn't having that. What it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I would have touched Usher Raymond up, gave him a, little Tank Davis. Gave him a little Tank Davis. Nothing too crazy. Touched him up though. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But salute to everybody that's tapped into the channel. Salute to everybody that's locked in, man, with the short streams. And I ain't really been doing the recordings, man. But yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And you gotta know something too, man. On a whole nother note, it's always good to know who you dealing with when you watching content. Dealing game, you will realize if you got your third eye open, that it's almost music, man. The vibrations, the frequency, the music, it activates something in your body. It really is a mental game when it comes to the music that you listen to. So if you listening to gangster music all day, you liable to do something gangster. If you listening to this kind of music, if you listening to that kind of music, it really kind of plays a part in your mental capacity, in your mental mind state. And it's the same thing with this content, you understand? So one thing for sure, two things for certain, I like to tap in while I'm in the truck, because you watch these content creators, you listen to these content creators, but you don't know how these content creators is making their money. That's why they asking for super chats. That's why they asking for, cash apps. That's why they locked in a certain way, because all you do is see. You don't get to see them do nothing else. And if a lot of these content creators show you exactly how they struggling or how they getting their money, you would have a newfound respect for them. You understand what I'm saying? So I tap in from the truck. I tap in crossing state lines at all times, just to give you a taste of what it really take. Like, I'm not just sitting at the big house all day. I'm not just sitting at the crib all day. I'm not just in the jacuzzi at the pool. I'm not doing that all day. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. So when you see somebody with a big house, or you see somebody with the Lambo, or you see somebody with the jacuzzi and all that, you got to start asking yourself, like, how are they obtaining that? How are they maintaining that? How did they obtain it, and how are they maintaining it? And right now we just kind of just freeballing. I just want to say this, man, and I get back to that because I want to tap more into the content that you consume. But it's terrible up north, man. It's like, bro, all the taxes these people pay, why aren't these streets? Why is there so many potholes and shit in these streets? It's crazy. It's really outrageous, man. It's bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's terrible work, man. You see me jumping around like a damn. You see me jumping around like I'm in a damn. You feel me? In a bounce house. Because the damn roads it's the Grand Canyon. I'm rolling over the Grand Canyon right now. This shit is ridiculous, man. I don't know how New Yorkers do it, man. I don't know how New Yorkers. Like, I understand, if you're too young to move out and you a kid, then that's just your circumstance. But once you get old enough to move out of New York, I don't understand. I don't get it, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. But yeah, the content consumption, right? You watching Zip, you watching these guys, man. They on the couch, they here, they there. Start asking yourself, man, what you doing during the day? When you're not doing live, when you're not creating content, what you doing? Where you work at? You know what I'm saying? What's your occupation? What you doing for a living? How you get into this bag? How you get into this moolah? How you get into this guap? It's always good to ask that question. It's always good to, inquire. And that's another reason why I like to go live when I'm in the truck. I like to tap in when I'm in the truck because, it's always money in these trucks, baby. It's always paper in these trucks, so that's where I'm at. But where when you look at your favorite content creator, you gotta ask yourself, where's the paper at? What do you do? Because you're gonna contribute matrix. Oh, you gotta understand, to be rich, everybody want to be, top 1%, but you're going to contribute to this matrix if you like it or not. So what you doing in this matrix? What you doing to contribute? You got to ask yourself, man, listen, man, I don't know what to tell you, homie. Why you jumping in front of me for? Why you want to hop in front of me for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit is crazy. Keep your ass in your lane, baby. Nah, man. People crash because, and let's talk about that, right? That's why when you do this, they want you to have headsets on. They want you to have a headset on. You got to be hand free with the phone. You can't have the phone in your hand while you're driving these 18-wheelers. But you are allowed to be on the phone. You are allowed to, engage with the people. So if you notice, I haven't been really making full-on eye contact with you guys. I'm looking around at all times. I'm checking mirrors at all times. I'm very connected and very in tune with the road right now, especially being up in New York City. NYC is terrible with the traffic. It's terrible with the drivers. So a lot of the times while people have those situations that you're talking about is because they're not paying attention to the road, because they got their phone in their hand. They don't have a headset on. I'm a multitasker, my G. I wear many hats. You understand? So I'm never just doing one thing at one time. I'm one of those people that I'm being pulled in all different sorts of directions at all times because I stand on grown man business. And when you stand on grown man business, you can't just be playing a video game. You got to be playing a video game, watching the kids, cooking for the kids, getting to a bag, getting the bag, being disciplined with the bag, breaking down the bag, making sure everything is paid for, making sure so I do a lot of things, and I just use the video game as an example because I don't play video games at all. I don't play Xbox. I don't play Call of Duty. I don't have a PS5. And to each his own. You can make money playing video games, but me, I just grew. I'm older. I'm older than I look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those guys that just believe that grown men don't play video games in their spare time. You got some spare time on your hands and you playing Call of Duty and you're not getting paid for playing Call of Duty. It is what it is, but I do understand everybody has hobbies. So one of my hobbies is going live. One of my hobbies is tapping in with the people. One of my hobbies is growing my YouTube channel. That's a hobby. I get paid for it, but it's a hobby still. You know what I'm saying? And it took time where I wasn't getting paid for it because you got to build up your subscribers. You got to build up your watch time. In that period of time, you're not getting paid for it. So, I don't knock nobody's hobby. But yeah, man, I wear so yeah, I don't have those situations. I don't have that on my record when it comes to, accidents or situations like that because I'm very in tune with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why you tapped into the realest on YouTube. I've carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it, my G. It ain't too many different areas, and listen, man, you got immigrants on the interstate, on the freeway. I just saw an immigrant right there getting change from somebody, literally on the interstate. I'm on the interstate right now, homie. I mean, and I'm hopping all the way around. I'm doing my thing with this. We just freeing it right now. We just all over the place. But I want to say this, right? Yeah, I've heard games are addictive. That's maybe another reason why I ain't into that shit. I ain't into sitting. I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? But New Yorkers better be prepared for what's coming this summer. New Yorkers, I really suggest that y'all get fully prepared for what's about to happen this summer. So we watching everything happen right now. We watching all the the whole immigration crisis and the asylum seekers be brought to New York. We seeing the crime. We seeing little spurts of crime happening with the immigrants, right? But the higher ups and the elites, they play chess at the highest level. So they always looking, months in advance, years in advance. They're always doing the calculations 4 or 5 moves in advance. They play chess at the highest level. And everybody's paying attention right now to, the debit cards being given out. And everybody's paying attention right now to the little spats of violence that we're seeing. But I can guarantee you, and being able to see this with my own eyes, what's going on out here, I'm going to predict that this summer is going to be the same type of summer that Atlanta had when Hurricane Katrina hit. Now let me go into that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean by that, Chromhead Business TV? Well, when Hurricane Katrina hit, the majority of the residents in New Orleans, the majority of the hood dudes, the gang members, X, Y, and Z, all went to Atlanta. And Atlanta had its highest crime wave ever when that happened. I mean, it was outrageous. It was a lot of killing. It was a lot of violence. It was a lot of everything going on because you had all of these foreigners coming to Atlanta that was never from Atlanta, and they was wilding out. And that's what I see happening in New York this summer. And I believe that the higher ups and the elites already have that plan. They already know, listen, everybody's focused on these debit cards, but what they not paying attention to is by the summertime when these debit cards run out, oh, it's going to be a crime wave like no other. Like no other. See, right now, the majority of the immigrants, is cold outside. They still in the shelter. The majority of the immigrants ain't trying. They're not trying to leave the shelter and go out and explore. But once it gets hot outside, and those shelters become, hot and sweaty and musky, and AC ain't working, and those immigrants, the mothers, the children, the boys, the fathers, the gang members, all of these immigrants start venturing out in New York City. They start venturing out to the projects. They start venturing out to different areas. You're gonna really get a real taste of what's to come. Because I've never seen homeless people in New York City on the interstate. I mean, me personally, that's my first time seeing that. It was a lady on the interstate asking for. We on the interstate in traffic, and she's by the barrier, and she's asking for change. It's going to be a crime wave like you haven't ever experienced in New York City this summer. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's disgusting work, man. So yeah, I just had to, that's what popped in my mind when I saw that young lady. Like, these young boys right now, these are the ones that really, they antsy, they eager, they ready to get out here, get it popping, either get a job or get to the streets, right? They want some money, bad. But right now it's cold. I see snow on the ground. It's, it's 40, what is it? It's 46 degrees out here right now. It's 46 degrees. It's freezing. The majority of the immigrants, the majority of the asylum seekers, the majority of these people are inside. The election is in November. It starts in November. This whole summer is going to be in disarray. I mean, it's going to be outlandish what's going to happen this summer, especially in New York City. Now, they got asylum seekers everywhere, Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit, Texas. But one thing for sure, two things for certain is that, New York is the testing ground. Everything is going to happen in the epicenter. New York is like the capital of the United States of America. If you want to know what state is the capital, it's New York City. And it's going to happen here first. where it's gonna spark off in New York City first. Um, yeah, for sure, 100%. New Yorkers, man, be prepared, man. Be prepared for the wildest summer you ever seen in your life. Before I get off of that topic, I want to say big salute to the bodegas, man. These foreigners been making money on this land for a long time, and these immigrants have got $53 million in prepaid cards to buy food from the bodegas, to buy diapers and baby material from the bodegas. So the only people right now that's happy about that money is the bodegas. They about to make a killing making that chopped cheese and Aki. Yeah, Aki, do it the Aki way. Aki is gonna make a killing. Aki is gonna be in the next 12 months, Aki is gonna make a couple of $1 million selling chopped cheese and selling diapers for $20 a pack. So gotta give a salute to them for being in position take advantage of what's going on. And you gotta ask yourself, where's Aki's bodegas at? In the urban community, in the black community. Aki's bodegas is in the black community. It always lead back to us. You gotta understand that. And a lot of us do understand that. So I ain't mad at Aki for getting that couple of million. I ain't mad at what they got going on. But just make sure when his time is right, when the time come, we get what's owed to us. And that's what we really fighting for right now. That paper. We don't want to talk. We don't want to see Kamala Harris. We don't want to see Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club. We don't want to see none of that. We don't care about none of that. We don't want a statue. We don't want Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. We don't care who on the $20 bill. Just make sure we got a $4-5 million worth for them $20 bills. We don't care who's on the $20 bill. At this point, we want the money. It's a beautiful time right now because for a long time they were able to use the whole "we don't have it, America don't got the money, America can't afford America can't afford this, and America can't afford that," and but now we know it's obvious. We got the money. America got the money. So now we want the money. Now we want the money. You know what I'm saying? Ask your favorite YouTuber what they do for a living. Press your favorite YouTuber, especially the ones on my level. I ain't talking about the DJ Academics and all of them. We know how they get money. I'm talking about the ones with 20,000, 25,000 subscribers. How you get your paper? Show us how you get your money. If you work in a warehouse, we want to see the warehouse. We want to see you with that vest on if you're working in a warehouse. Yeah, for sure, 100%. I like to come out. I want to drop this load off. They 9 times out of 10 to have a load waiting for me, and I want to, hey, sayonara, peace to this. It's game time, baby. So listen, man. Early morning motivation. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to chop some game with y'all for a few minutes. Nothing too crazy. Every day you wake up, man, be motivated, be inspired, be, rejuvenated, be happy to get up and do it all over again. Another day above ground is always a great day. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? You can walk, you can use your hands, you ain't paralyzed, you ain't sick, you got your health, you got your youth. Use it. Go hard every day. Don't stop. Don't stop, homie. It's all out here. And in the between time, see something. I want to say this too, right? When it comes to this thing, man, we got to bully. I like to bully a little bit on the road. You guys is driving them little cars, and y'all see these 18-wheelers pulling up. Get out the way. Go ahead and get out the way. When you driving in your Ford Escort or your Honda Accord or your Lexus Coupe or your Benz or your Escalade, you be sure to get out the way. Yeah, you be sure to get out the way. Hold on. Okay. I'm about to say, what's going on? I hate driving up both, man. I really do. You gotta be very aware of these bridges. You gotta be aware of these drivers. You gotta be aware of everything up here, man. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's in a rush. So like I said, man, oh my gosh, paving. Like I said, man, when you see these 18-wheelers riding up on you, get up out the way, man. Get out the way. Be smart. Yeah. When you see a truck driver like me hop on right up, I ain't your average truck driver. I ain't 300 pounds with the I'm one of the I'm one of the youngsters. I'm one of them ones. When I pull up on you, you know what it is. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah, get out the way. I'm gonna get you out the way if you don't want to get out. I'm gonna get you out the way. I'm in a big dog. When you see one of these big dogs pull up, yeah, hit your blinker. Hop in the left lane. Cause I ain't gonna get in the left lane with you. But anything other than the left lane is my lane. The middle lane and the right lane is my lane. Yeah. And I'm speaking for all truck drivers. Speaking for all truck drivers, my G. You know, show here, have a little respect for this 18-wheeler. Big salute to the gang, man. Big salute to all the investors. If you have not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. A lot of the times I'm at the house, I'm at the big house, and the other part of the times I'm in the 18-wheeler, crossing state lines at all times. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, man. Time and energy is the highest forms of currency. We don't ask for super chats. We not asking for cash apps. We don't do that over here. Feel me? All I want is your time and your energy, along with that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell. Make sure you hit that. Yeah, do that. Yeah. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be at all times. Again, if you notice, I'm not making eye contact with y'all. I can't really look at the live chat. I can't really see what y'all saying. I'm gonna tap in, and I always double back and read the lives. Yeah, I like to read the live chats. I like to read the comments that's in the live chat. But right now, I got the, wearing two hats right now. You know what I'm saying? We multitask. But I always tell you, man, I know they got you out here chasing the bag. I know they got you out here getting to that money, because you got to be within the matrix. So I know they got you out here doing your thing. You feel me? But the time and energy is what's most important. Time and energy. Let me go. I'm just going off the brain right. I'm just going off the top of the head like I'm freestyling right now. Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I don't know what made them think they was going to do a parade like that in Kansas City in a time like this. I don't know what made them believe or think they was going to have a parade in a time like this. 20 to 15 to 20 people were injured. Got one deleted, right? And and everybody's looking around like, what happened? Well, that's what happens, man, when you playing ball out there in Kansas City. Hold on real fast. Have his whole truck falling apart. That's what happens, man, when you gather hundreds of thousands of people, poor people at that. Everybody's poor. Everybody, the majority. This is what you gotta understand, man. The majority of these people. That's why I say make your favorite YouTuber. Make your favorite YouTuber show you what they do. Show you how they living. Don't let them lie to you, man. Because Kansas City brought all them people out there. What they should have been doing is handing out some money. It's cold outside. You got all these people standing outside. Man, listen, man, it ain't the time for a circus. Once the Super Bowl is over, once the halftime show is over, everybody got to go back to their regular life. And a lot of them people in Kansas City ain't living. So they should have been handing out turkeys or something out there in Kansas City. They should have had, 100,000 Douce bottles for everybody to have a drink. They should have been handing out debit cards. Hey, man, everybody that come to the parade get a $500 debit card. We're going to spend a couple of million with y'all. And they wouldn't have had no problems. People are tired of watching these football players make $400-500 million and win a Super Bowl and then come out there and say, like, what the fuck was they gonna do? Celebrate with y'all in the cold? And then last but not least, why bring children out there? I don't understand. Why would you bring your child out there? I know your child like the Kansas City Chiefs. I get it. But this ain't the time to have your child around 200,000 people. This ain't the time, huh? I would have told my son, maybe next year. Let's do it next year. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. We're gonna watch it on TV. This ain't the time to be. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe out there. If that gunshot go off, people gonna get trampled. People gonna it get wicked, man. Tell you something, I gotta do it. Real quick, That's another thing too, man. Up north, it's rarely anywhere for you to pull over at. If you gotta do what you gotta do. I like to pull over on the side of the road. Salute. So yeah, man, that Kansas City situation was terrible, man. It's terrible. It's disgusting work, It was pretty but I could have called that one. I could have called, we're gonna have a parade. You talking about Kansas City, Missouri? I don't think that's like St. Louis. Like, you don't want to have a parade in certain areas. Be like the lick. Like, let's figure out another way to do this. I don't think we should be having a parade right now. That shit, it ain't nothing to celebrate right now. The fuck we having a parade for? It's nothing to celebrate. Y'all win a Super Bowl, cool, man. But other than that, ain't nothing. What are we doing? What are we talking about? I'm gonna pull over right here. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pull over right here because I gotta do what I gotta do. I got to do what I got to do. What I got to do, it got to get done. You understand me? Listen, I got to do what I got to do. What I got to do got to get done. Do you understand me? Hold on. I got it right now. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Big salute. Can y'all hear me? Let me know y'all can hear me, man. Put a 100 in the live chat if y'all can hear me. Let me know. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, just making sure. We back. We back like cook crack, baby. So yeah, man, KC, that wasn't the move, man. But you know, send the condolences out to the family, everybody that was you know, affected by that situation. But gotta be smarter. Gotta be smarter, man. Yeah, man, I'm one of the, you know, I was trained by one of the old school drivers. So, you know, we trucking right now, baby. Big dog trucking. We you know, grown man business trucking. It's ain't for the puppies, you feel me? It's for the big dogs. Yeah, man. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be at all times. At all times. I mean, like I said, if you ain't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit it. This right here is just one of those type live streams that's you know, it's pretty random. But again, like I said, man, I like to really get engaged with the people. You know what I'm saying? I like to really get in tune, really engage with the investors. You know what I mean? You know? So it ain't just about showing y'all the big house or the pool and jacuzzi and all of that. It's really about showing y'all the other side of this thing too. Because when you go out there and you get a house, even if you buy it and you cash out, you don't have a mortgage. You know, you still gotta maintain that house. You gotta maintain the property. You gotta maintain, you know, the utilities and everything within the house. You still gotta put in that work. It costs to be the boss. When you look at these guys and you see the Lambo, you see the Benzes, you see the houses, you see, you know, X, Y, and Z. What you gotta understand is it's a whole nother side to this thing. You know, salute the Haas, man. I love when I see Hassan Campbell show off his backyard with the pond and all of that. I think it's fly. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about landscaping, you know that backyard is probably 100,000 in when it comes to upgrades and, you know, ventilation and everything he added to that backyard. He probably spent about 100K, but you got to ask yourself where that paper coming from. We already know Haas got a channel that do very well. This old lady, I'm sure she works somewhere where she bringing in some paper. I think she works for the city or something. You got to maintain this lifestyle, baby. So when you looking at these guys doing these interviews, and you know, it don't matter how many rappers shout you out. It don't, you know, all that don't matter until it translates into grown man business. Rappers shout you out, then he give you an opportunity and you make some money, and now that you made some money, when you buy that house, you gotta make sure it's brought at the right time. You gotta make sure that you ain't getting beat. It's a good time to buy in the market. You gotta pay for homeowners insurance. You gotta pay for, you know, landscaping. You gotta pay to maintain and maintenance this thing now. Just like when you get a Benz, you know what I'm saying? When you get a Benz, you know, and you ain't factor in that the tune-up is gonna be $1,500. An oil change is $1,200. You know, you gotta maintain this Benz now. Once you get it, it look good, but you gotta maintain it. You know, and you know, one of the things that I really put two and two together, one of the things that I was really able to hone in on is that these dudes ain't really showing the real side of it. So I chose to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to show y'all the other side, and salute to Just Talk Real Talk, because him and a few other people, you know, they reach out and let you know, like, yo, GMB, salute, man. I appreciate that you inspired me to do X, Y, and Z. Like, if you don't do nothing, go get some credentials. Go to plumbing school. Go become an electrician. Go to school and learn how to become an electrician. You know what I'm saying? You get, you know, go get your CDL license in Class A, Class B, whatever you're trying to do. Drive around the city. But it's multiple. It's multiple ways to get this paper, man. And you know what they want to do is make you think that, you know, it's the same thing they did with these rappers, right? So when we was younger, we looked at these rappers and we thought, man, look all the money this rapper got, and all, he's a rapper, and you know, I want to do it like that. It seemed like it's easy. But then, and later in time with this technology, we found out that these rappers are workers. These rappers, they work for a record label. They work for a record company. They got somebody telling them they can't put the music out. They got somebody telling them they can put the music out. They got somebody telling them you still owe $2 million. You know, it's the worst type of work, actually. That's why dudes like Nipsey Hussle wanted to be independent and wanted to do it a certain way. But even Nipsey Hussle had to bow down to a boss. Even Nipsey Hussle had to bow down to the Matrix. And y'all know how I feel about Nipsey Hussle. Y'all know I speak highly of Nipsey Hussle. But when Nipsey Hussle made that partnership with Atlantic Records, that was him bowing down to the Matrix. Because what he understood and what he figured out is, you know, you have to be a part of this Matrix, my G. There is no other way around it. There is no other way around it. So you can spend all those years being independent. You can spend all those years creating your brand, and you can spend all those years creating your artist and creating your image and bringing value to your likeness. But after you do all of that work, after you sell your album for $100 and you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, after you do all that work, you're gonna bow down and you're gonna get in bed with the Matrix. And who's in control of the Matrix? Who's running the Matrix? The higher-ups and the elites. That's why, you know, I talk about the higher-ups and the elites. You know, I expose the higher-ups and the elites, but I never make it seem like I'm above the Matrix, because just like y'all, just like these rappers, just like these ball players, just like anybody that's living in America, on American soil, making a dollar on American soil, you playing within the Matrix, homie. You playing within the game that's been set up already. You found a position in the game that's already been set up for you. So even, you know, with me, exposing the higher-ups and the elites, giving the game that I give in these certain situations, you know, I'm very particular about things that I expose to my investors. I can't, you know, and only the investors that are proud to pay will be able to get to know a deeper side of Grown Man Business TV. When we link up and everybody that taps in, when I put the link out, because the link is being made now, everything is being set up for my first meet and greet with the day one investors, my new investors, all investors. It's going to be in Atlanta, and it's going to be a hell of a time, homie. But only those investors that fully invest will be able to really rub shoulders with Grown Man Business TV, because we're not going to do that online. We're not going to do that on live. You know what I'm saying? This is just the introduction. When I go live and I give game and I chop it up with y'all, this is just the introduction to some new investors. My day one investors, they've already been introduced to Grown Man Business TV. They already locked in with Grown Man Business TV. You know, when I go live, it's to introduction for new investors. But it's gonna be crazy. We go, you know, you're gonna pay $100, but that's gonna get you in the club. That's gonna get you in the VIP section. That's gonna get you food and drinks. That's gonna get you a beautiful, amazing night, VIP status with Grown Man Business TV. And then after the club is over, after everybody clears out, we still gonna be there, because you know what? I'm locked in. Yeah, we locked in, baby. And we gonna be able to rub shoulders, exchange numbers, exchange ideas, exchange business ventures, and we're gonna be able to build. This is how it starts right here. This is how it starts right here on the platform. You know, big salute to Tasha K. I really like how, you know, I don't watch her content because I watch a little bit of it, but I can never stay that long because it's really girly. It's like, you know, and that's respectfully, it's for women. I like some of the topics and I like how she approaches the topics, but I really admire how she has turned her platform from, you know, just engaging with the winos to now touring and meeting the winos. Like she goes and she's booked in all these different cities, and she's booked at these comedy clubs, and she does like this live show where she, you know, and I really respect that, and that's kind of like how I wanna and what I'm going to do, not even how, but what I'm gonna do in due time, where Grown Man Business is gonna be in your city only. And if you an investor, if you a day one investor, if you a new investor, if you just trying to get locked in with some Grown Man Business, it's gonna be a venue, and it's gonna be a time and a date, and that's what it's gonna be. The website is gonna be built. The website is already in process. You'll be able to log into the website. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you're a day one investor, if you're a new investor. Buy your ticket, buy or purchase your you know what I'm saying? Purchase your entry to the venue and everything that comes with the purchase. Food, drinks, VIP section. We're gonna party, we're gonna have a good time, and then we're gonna lock in and we gonna chop game. Because when you put kings in a room, when you put queens all in the same room, when you put kings and queens all in the same room, it's nothing else to do but build, homie. That queen, she do hair. That queen, she do taxes. That queen, you know, she's a seamstress. She makes clothes. That king, he works for an investment company. That king is a truck driver. That king is a real estate agent. Now we start building. Okay, well, I'm about to be purchasing some real estate, so I'm gonna lock in with you. I like how you do your clothes, so I want you to make these type of things. We gonna build up. That's how you build this thing. That's how you do this thing. Pictures, all that. We gonna take pictures. We gonna snap it up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm liable to even have merch, but we gonna party. We gonna drink. We gonna listen to music. We gonna do all of that, and we gonna chop game. And only day one investors and new investors will be able to be in this section. Big salute to my uncle out there in Atlanta, man, doing major things. Multiple venues, multiple clubs. You know, we're gonna lock in. But I really like how Tasha K is monetizing her platform, not just on YouTube, but going out into the world. She's out in public. She's at different venues. You know, almost like Charleston White, but I respect what she's doing on a higher level than Charleston White, because Charleston White just want to be a celebrity. You know, a lot of people asking me about Charleston. I think I'm gonna go live and really break down what I see in Charleston, and it's all respectfully. You know, I commend him, and it's big salute on what he got going on. But the more I watch him, the more I pay attention, I just realize he just want to be hugged by Mayweather. He just want Mayweather to put an arm around him and tell him that he just want to be accepted by the celebrities, and he wants to be accepted by the higher ups and the elites. So what that does is that waters him down. You understand? That waters him down. He's not as potent as he used to be. He's not as powerful as he used to be. His word don't mean as much as it used to mean. But Tasha K, she's being blackballed by celebrities like Cardi B, like Kevin Hart. So she has to make it, and that lane that she's carving is a lane for the real. That lane that she's carving, she's the only one in it. There's nobody else in that lane, because the higher ups and the elites, and because the celebrities and the puppets are forcing her to create your own lane. And that's what I mean when I say I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. A lane for the real. You don't see me nut hugging these celebrities like Charleston White. You don't see me begging and dying to be in a movie with these celebrities like Charleston White. You only see me bringing the real, bringing the truth, standing on business, and a lane is going to be carved out. You don't even have to carve itself out. Charleston White, you know, again, I'm gonna do a whole stream on him because I really want to kind of break it down from when, you know, he first started, man. He had the people were scared of him. The people were so scared of Charleston. They thought that he knew what he was doing. And then come to find out, he just wants to be a comedian. He just wants to be a celebrity. He just wants to be cradled by the higher ups and the elites. Once they figured that out, hey man, let's get him some gold chains. Let's give him a little bit of money, a little bit of fame and fortune, a little bit of recognition, and we could keep him in the pocket. We ain't gotta worry about him no more. He won't dare speak how he was speaking about, them people he was talking about a couple of years ago. He came on YouTube and he was crying because they demonetized his channel, and he was he won't talk like that no more. Now he hugged up with Mayweather, and salute to Floyd, because I rock with Floyd. There's some nice houses over there. Yo, my house up here would probably be like 2.5 million. Probably pay 2.5, because these houses is nice, but they ain't like that. Yeah, man. So that's what's coming next. You know what I'm saying? In the between time, you know, this is what we do. You know, grown men, we gonna get up every day. We gonna go get it every day. That's what grown men do. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You tap in, you tap out. You know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. It's straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the bricks into the bottles. Straight raw, no uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. Giving it to you straight raw, my G, at all times. Now listen, man, I'm like an hour out from the destination. Hour and 18 minutes. Drop this load, lock in the next load. I think I want to head west. I'm up here in New York City on my way to Connecticut, and I've seen enough snow. I've been up here for a couple hours. This is all the snow that I want to see, and I don't want to scale. I'm spoiled, man. I you know, big house is in the Sunshine State. They call it the Sunshine State for a reason. So I'm spoiled, man. I don't like snow. One thing I learned from working up north when I was in Philadelphia is that the snow looks good for maybe a couple of hours, and then that shit get brown, it get dirty. It ain't nothing that you can play in. It actually, it's disgusting work. So I ain't the one that I don't care about snow like that. I don't really care about the snow. And anytime I see snow, all I need to do is see it for a few minutes, and then I'm like, nah. So I think I'm gonna take the next load out west, man. Going to Cali, somewhere on the West Coast. We'll drop that load off on the West Coast, and we'll head back east. Big bag, my G. Make sure if you have not subscribed that you do that. Subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the previous content. You know, get a good laugh, get some game, you know, chopped up game. We got it all. It's all here at Grown Man Business TV. This is not your typical YouTube channel. It's a reason why you just now finding Grown Man Business TV. It's a reason why you just now being exposed to Grown Man Business TV, because the game that's given is powerful. This channel been shadow banned for the last year and a half, close to 2 years. This channel has been shadow banned. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because the lane is being carved out. The lane for the real is being carved out if you like it or not. So again, big salute to all my day one investors. I know when I go live, I'm going to have 5 to 10 people that's day one investors, guaranteed. And then I'm gonna have a bunch of new people that's tapping in and tapping out, but they hitting that subscribe button. We on our way to 18,000 subscribers. We gliding. I want at least, I want to 25K before the year's over, and that's a low ball, but I want to see 25K before the year's done. We not stopping. So listen, man. When it's 12 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock where I'm at. You know, let's use the rest of this day, man, to stay motivated, stay inspired, stay inquisitive. You understand what I'm saying? Stay locked in. And this is Grown Man Business TV. Tap in, tap out, but you know my slogan. What I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.